You're locked in with Atlanta's hottest hip-hop station. The Hype 87.3.
Holla! What's going on? It is your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live right here in ATL. My hair is everywhere today. On the Hype 87.3, and I heard we got the one and only J-KAL California, a.k.a. Snoopy-G. What is going on? How you doing?
Yes.
Give me some love, man. Boom. It's a pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet both of you.
It's a pleasure to meet you, too, and it's a blessing to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course, absolutely. I just wanted to quickly give you your flowers. We've been conversing online, and you've been very professional, on point, and
Thank you.
It's always a breath of fresh air.
Yeah,
when I can deal with an artist that understands the assignment and what's going on in this. So shout out to you.
Thank you. Shout out to you, too. I see you doing your work over here. I love it.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
So you grew up in L.A.?
Yeah, I'm a California baby.
Okay.
I had my stints in Los Angeles, Long Beach, Sacramento as well. Shout out to Seattle as well too. But
okay,
yeah, I represent Los Angeles and Long Beach. But
so like the West Coast, really.
Yeah. So, but like I said, shout out to Sacramento and Seattle. Too much love to y'all. So, but yeah, it's LA and Long Beach over here.
I love it. Growing up on the West Coast in Cali, did that influence your music, your sound that you're putting out today?
Really, I didn't have a particular influence. I kind of listened to a little bit of everybody from everywhere, from West Coast artists, East Coast artists, down south, Midwest, and I kind of I combined all those sounds with the artists that I love to hear. Even if you was an up and coming artist and you wasn't too noticeable out there or got your name up out there like the mainstream artists, I even listened to some of those guys because honestly, they even got some really good music too.
Oh, absolutely.
So I listened to a bunch of different artists from everywhere, and then I used that to inspire me, no matter where they was from, West Coast, East Coast, down south, Midwest, like I said. So
absolutely. Going back a long time ago, one of my very first interviews I ever did was with Warren G, and I'm always grateful. Shout out to Warren. That's my homie, man.
Man, shout out to Warren G. Shout out to Snoop, the whole Dogg Pound, everybody over there at Death Row. It's all good. They all run with each other. Shout out to all y'all.
I am loving what Death Row was doing. Shout out to Snoop, with October London, Antonio Armani. Is Antonio Armani, is that his name? He's bringing in so many different types of talents. That's super dope. It's a great look for the West Coast.
Absolutely.
So you've been writing and recording for around 15 years.
Yeah, off and on. So
what kept you motivated to stay in it? Because you and I have been kind of doing this professionally for about the same amount of time. What has kept you in it for so long?
My love and passion for it. Excuse me. I had to take a break from it for a while. I was into sports, into basketball and stuff like that, and I had kind of put rap down for a minute.
Yeah.
And then after injuries took place, with my basketball career and everything like that, I went back to music, and I feel like that's where my love and my real passion and talent is at. So
understood. What type of injuries did you sustain during playing? A torn meniscus?
No, Achilles, knee injury, and then a pinky. Broke a pinky. So
you said playing basketball?
Yeah. So God blessed me with that too. I mean, it didn't turn out too well, but I had some great experiences with it. Hoop career didn't go right. It's time to pick up music again. Understood.
Listen, I feel like it's truly an outlet. I actually had Quan Alexander. He's an NFL player here with me last week, and he said the same thing. He's been in the league for a long time, but music keeps calling him, and it's like an outlet and it's like a therapy. Is it the same for you?
It's the only thing I know.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything else. I'm not good at anything else besides music at this point. So it's like I want to put everything in a basket with this and run with it and just give it my best from this point on. I feel like in my earlier stages, it was a lot of development work, but I feel like I'm right at the stage right now where I'm really starting to find my niche. So, and I just want to continue to blossom and grow and keep things moving in that area and try to become the best the best artist that I can.
Absolutely. It's your plan A, B, C, D. But there is no plan. This is my plan A, B, and C. Nah, but that's dope because with music, especially right now, the era that we're in with so many different outlets, things like this, I feel like you can absolutely make a full career out of it. No question.
Thank you.
Let's talk about the name. So, J-KAL, California, spelled with a K, obviously, representing California. Where does Snoopy-G come in?
Snoopy-G. Snoopy-G came in from, it's funny you asked that, Snoopy-G. That came up because, the times that I dealt and met with Snoop, people knew me in the streets. They knew, I had ran into Snoop, gave him my demo a couple times. I jumped on stage when he was at Mandalay Bay and, things of that order. I met him several different times in life, and people was like, man, you Snoopy-G, man. You Snoop G, you little Snoop, man. You know what I mean? You running out there jumping on stages at Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas, and you done dumped your demo off to Snoop a few times and had some meet and greets with him. So that's how the Snoopy-G got added in.
You look like you could be cousins or something. I ain't gonna even hold you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's a compliment because Snoop, is a legend. He's an icon. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. That is dope. So, still staying on that topic, obviously, Death Row Records is doing its thing. It always has, but now, Snoop is really over that situation. If a deal landed on the table and it made sense, would you sign with Death Row? We gonna manifest it if so.
Yeah, that'd pretty much be the first option off top.
Yeah.
If Snoop came and got me, yeah.
Years back,
West Coast King, West Coast legend, love his music, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Good dude, great personality, but
and you never hear nothing foul. At least I have. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these CEOs you be hearing crazy.
You took the words right out of my mouth before I was getting ready to say it just now. So he's not a foul dude. He's a pretty good dude, man.
Yes, absolutely. Because quite a few years back, I know his cousin pretty well, and he had brought me in to help A&R for Doggy Style South Records, and I had got an artist signed, and he was on tour with Snoop and everything, and he said it was all love. Got features with Corrupt and Snoop and a few other legends, and so we're gonna manifest it. We're gonna throw it out to the universe. We ready for that contract?
Yeah, man. Death Row, come get me. Snoop, come get me.
I know that's right. Some talent on that roster. We need to line you up on that as well.
Absolutely.
See, your upcoming project is called Talking to Tupac.
Yeah, that's the album. I got 3 singles that I'm getting ready to put out right now. You do have one. That's the Outside Inside. I got Stand Up that's getting ready to come out, in Stupid 3. That all will be released with Bentley Records though. Okay. And then I'm trying to see after the 3 singles get pushed and if they do very well, if I can get an album deal. Like for instance, okay, if Death Row want to come grab me, or I'm with Bentley Records right now. If they want to talk about an option or something like that, I'm gonna leave the options on the table if they're there. Yeah. And go with what's best and suitable for me.
Absolutely. Every move you make has to make sense.
Absolutely.
So if you're going to sign a contract or a deal, it's got to make sense for you. So the upcoming album is called Talking to Tupac.
Talking to Tupac.
What inspired that concept? Because we all know Tupac is one of the greatest ever. Yeah. My first tattoo was on my ankle. It said Thug Life.
Thug Life till I die.
I wasn't going to get the big stomach one, but me and my sister went and got Thug Life on our ankles, matching tattoos. Hilarious.
I respect that. Shout out to Pac, man. Much love to Pac. While we on that topic, it's crazy because, I used to listen and hear everybody bumping Pac when I was young. And it took me a while to catch on to his music, but once I caught on to his music, I was like, damn, this dude, he the best dude I ever heard. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get used to his style, used to his delivery and what he was just talking about. And once I actually caught on to that, I said he the best rapper I ever heard in my life. And after his passing and stuff like that, and as I continued to write in my career, I said I want to pay homage to him. You know what I'm saying? I want to do the Talking to Tupac album. Yeah. So that's how the whole thing came. It's showing my respect and love to Pac. Like I feel what you was doing when you was here, and I still feel your music now, and I'm talking to you and paying you respect through this album.
Absolutely. So for you, being that you're obviously a supporter and a long time fan of Tupac, how would you define the difference between Tupac and Machiavelli?
Tupac and Machiavelli. Are you talking about the albums, like the album Machiavelli?
Yeah. When he had the Machiavelli era, you know, how would you define? Do you feel like there was? Because I feel like just the sound and the energy of what he putting out was slightly different.
I honestly felt like Machiavelli was that was like one of his top albums to me.
I agree.
He started coming. He always been real, but when he laid that Machiavelli, like you said, there was a little bit something else added on to it. You know what I'm saying? He was like real plus real lyric at the same time. He was getting real deep with life and street topics.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, of course we got the Live and Die in LA and Dear Mamas and everything like that, but the energy and the delivery in his lyricism, the lyrics that he was bringing on Machiavelli was totally different compared to anything that he laid in the past. It was almost like a new pop, I should say. That's
what I'm saying. Yeah. Like I exactly.
Right,
I felt like we seen a different version or a different side of him, and
exactly,
man, he was. Exactly. I feel like if he was still alive today, he would still absolutely be on top,
dominating.
Yeah,
he'll be dominating, absolutely. Because I mean, some of his songs from back then, like if you was to play him today, like some of the younger generation.
California Love. You put that on, everybody gonna go crazy.
Right. Absolutely.
Man, most definitely. So, you've had the chance to collaborate with a lot of major artists. Corrupt, we mentioned, you know, from the Dogg Pound. Stevie Stone, Strange Music, Wu-Tang Clan's Killer Priest. What did you learn from working with artists, you know, of that caliber?
It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure to be on songs with them. And it just gave me inspiration and motivated me to at least do the same job that they're doing on songs and gel in with them, mesh in, blend in with them. And overall it was just an inspirational thing. It helped motivate me in my career to help me keep going and grow and level up to where they're at.
Most definitely.
When you're working with artists on a song like that, it's different. You know, when you sit down and write, you like, okay, this is a major artist right here. You know, let me take my time with this recipe, do what I need to do correctly on paper, and bring it when I get to the booth.
Absolutely. Did you have the opportunity with any of those to get in the studio with them?
The verses from Wu-Tang and Stevie Stone, those were sent over to me.
Yeah.
Me and Corrupt been around each other in person, but that verse was also sent over to me as well.
No, listen, ain't nothing wrong with that, but it would be dope at some point maybe to be able to get in the studio with them or get a video with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Most definitely. Absolutely. Going back to talking about Snoop, you know, you said you've met with him on several occasions. Was there any advice that he ever gave you during those interactions that stuck with you?
Man, the best advice that Snoop gave me was after I jumped on that stage in Mandalay Bay and he brought me backstage. He said, man, contact me in a better way through somebody who know me next time. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to do the jump on stage part. He said, get a hold of me next time through somebody that know me. And, you know, we went from there. So,
yeah.
But, yeah.
That's dope, man. Being around people like that is like to me, it's motivation. It also is confirmation that you're doing the right thing.
Right.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about your label, FMR Records. What does that stand for?
FMR Records is Forever Made Real. Forever Made Real. So I've been through a lot of things in life. Excuse me. I've been through a lot of things in life where I didn't see a lot of real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there was a lot of things going on with people that wasn't showing me the correct, I don't want to say shady, but you know where I'm going with the whole entire topic. It's like I didn't see no truth and real in people. You know what I'm saying? And I said, man, I need to be more authentic. You know what I'm saying? After seeing people's ways and seeing how the streets was and, kind of like going behind the back, shady business type stuff. And it just got to me. I said, I need something real.
Yeah.
You know, I need a stamp that's real. Forever Made Real. So that's how that whole thing came upon.
Absolutely.
Just be real, just be loyal, not crossing none of your friends or, people in your life. So the Forever Made Real thing came from, going through stuff that was out there with businesses or people in general that wasn't all the way 100% correct. I said, I just need real business.
It's a lot of jankiness out there.
Huh?
A lot of jankiness out there.
Exactly. You just hit the nail with the hammer. So it's a lot of janky stuff going on out there, and I was just tired of it. So I said, I need to get me a real stamp, Forever Made real stamp, a logo, a trademark, and you know, live and run by that from now on.
No, absolutely. So thus far, how important has it been to maintain your independence and not necessarily sign, to build your name up?
It's one of the hardest things in the industry to do.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
It's real stressful as an independent artist. You might be an artist out there, you know, that's still ripping and running the streets on the block with nothing, but you know that you got a talent.
Yeah.
But you can't afford studio time, or you can't afford marketing, or you can't afford radio play, and you know, all those things count towards your career. So basically, my whole point as an independent artist, it's a lot of hard work, because I had to find a way to utilize and do those things.
Yes.
I had to find a way to get my recording studio. I had to find a way to interact with other businesses and companies to help place me in professional studios. I had to do everything as far as in marketing and photos, whatever, you know. It's just a lot of work and a lot of energy, plus not even counting all the writing that you have to do, you know. So it's a hard job, and it's very stressful because nothing happens in this industry overnight. It's
truly like a full-time job. You just named a lot of different elements of what you have to do, and you are absolutely right. Like, super important. What do you feel like is at one of the very top things as an artist that you have to do to make it in this industry? You got to grind. You got to grind. If you don't have no work ethic and grinding you in this industry, you know, you just want to do a song or play around in the studio with a couple artists just because you had the opportunity to be there, that ain't necessarily gonna work. You got to really put in the stepping stones. You know, you got to put in the footwork. Yeah. So if you don't have grind in you, a strong work ethic, forget about it. 100%. You're just in the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are just, because there's a lot of artists.
Right.
I'm gonna throw a little shade. Some of y'all just in the way, clogging up the pipeline because they ain't really grinding. They don't really, in my opinion, they don't really want it. Right. What about building relationships? How important is that to you? Because I feel like relationships put you in places that money cannot. That's so important. Exactly. You just said it. Relationships is important. Yeah. If you're not connecting with people, if you're not interacting with people and making the right connections and trying to get in where you fit in, it's not going to happen. It's really important that you do those things. Just like my conversation with you earlier, how you explained to me about the event and everything like that. That's building a business connection. Like, I would have never knew about that unless you came and told me about the opportunity. So that's another reason why I'm here, building a relationship with you, connections. Absolutely. I feel like as an artist, you have to get out and move around and leave your city. Got to. Absolutely. Because we all know a lot of times the hometown don't necessarily support as much as they should until they see you out moving around in other cities and other people supporting you. It's funny how that works. It is. It's real funny, but I feel like we all experience that. Especially with other artists or even record producers. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because, first of all, no artist out there in your city wants to see you shine over them. And it shouldn't be like that. That's why they don't support. It should not be like that. It's like, man, if you hot, you hot. I'm not tripping. Just let me know when I'm next. I get right there with you. You hot right now. You on fire. You a firecracker. But other artists don't even have the heart to say that. Like, for instance, let's just say you know, in your position, in your job title, you a hot name out there, a hot commodity. You know what I'm saying? And there's other people out there that's trying to come up just like you in your position. They might even do something or say something to hate to knock you off and get you out the way real quick. You know what I mean? All the time. They do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what come with the game. That just lets you know you're doing something right, though.
Yeah.
It's like Slick, you know, when you know you're out here working hard and people talking junk, it's because, like you said, people don't want to see you get on before them. And it's weirdo mentality to me like that. It's crazy.
It should never
we can all win.
It should never be like that. You know what I'm saying? You could throw me on the roster with 20 hot artists right now that's way better than me. I wouldn't even trip. The opportunity is what counts.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not finna get jealous of this man because he hot and he got 5 singles on the radio. I'm just finna do my part.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Or figure out how y'all can work together or something.
Exactly. And that's what every artist needs to have in their head out there. Whoever's listening, that's in the music industry. And it's hard for people to actually admit that because they won't admit that. They won't say, oh, this dude's good and I hate him. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he's finna stop my shine. They're not going to say that.
Ever.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's too uncomfortable to admit. You know what I'm saying? But if you do have that mentality, that mind state, grow out of that, man. Just look at the bigger picture. Just keep working hard and do what you need to do. No matter who it is. I don't care if it's, we can name some artists from out here. I don't care if it's Luda. I don't care if it's Jeezy, Outkast, or whoever. Like, if one of them is on top, don't get mad because you're trying to get into that line too and you see them buzzing. And I've seen that with artists. I've actually seen artists, you know what I'm saying, and labels and producers beef behind that type of stuff.
Of course. My
whole point is just work hard. Just grind. Just do what you got to do and get your opportunity when it comes, because if it's meant for you, it'll happen and it'll come.
Everybody's journey is different.
Yeah.
And when you out here hating on people and praying on their downfall, they're blocking their own blessings. God will not bless someone who has a hateful heart.
Absolutely.
So if you out here wondering why he doing better than you, is because you slick hating, and God will not bless people like that.
Right.
Period.
And trust me, I'm trying to get to where the major artist is. I'm not hating on them at all. I'm actually knocking at that door. Hey, you hot stuff like hot crust pizza right now. Come holler at me.
But you have held your own. Let's talk about it. You've already accumulated hundreds of thousands of streams independently. Y'all clock that. That's something to talk about.
I did that. I did that with an old distribution company that I was with AWOL, and I ended up parting ways with them. But still, I put in a lot of work, you know, to get the 500K streams, and then not to mention the selling out the trunk. You know, I sold CDs out the trunk of my car for a year straight in Las Vegas. I'm talking about literally for 12 months straight. So it's once again, it's all about that grind. The
grind is real. The grind is real, and you 100%. Cannot skip the struggle. You got to go right through that struggle, because we all going to go through some sort of struggle in our life. Absolutely. What's the biggest sacrifice that you've made to be able to continue pursuing music?
The biggest sacrifice. Man, to be real, remember when I was telling you that this is the only thing that I know? I put down 2 9-to-5s. I sacrificed some jobs just to go full time in music.
Yeah.
I sacrifice anything. I'll go broke for 4 or 5, 6 months, for a year, just to put all my time into music. You know what I mean? If I'm with somebody, you know what I mean, like baby girl right here, baby girl work, hold it down. I need to do my music thing. You know what I'm saying? And when I get there, we gonna go if it happen. You know. But for right now, just let me be in the room and just let me write, let me record, and let me get out there and push it the best way I know how. You hold it down for right now. I'm sacrificing all the 9-to-5s. I'm putting down everything. I'm not even trying to get money out there in the streets. I'm right there in the house writing every day and recording and figuring out a way how we finna flood this out here.
You gotta have a good woman on your side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right there with you.
Yeah. Yeah, you absolutely
I don't care what no man says.
You're absolutely right.
You gotta have a good woman, because there's no better feeling than having true love of someone that genuinely supports you and wants to see you win. That's priceless.
I'm happy that you brung that up, because that was kind of like a setback in my career at one point too. Like, even though I was working real hard, like I was in and out of, you know, a few different relationships, you know what I'm saying? Not with just with females, baby mamas and everything else, but it was real limited who supported me. Like, some of them hated me for doing it, you know what I'm saying? Some of them actually hated me for doing it, didn't want me to do it, just quit, just stop, you know what I'm saying, and do something else. But my heart wasn't saying that.
Yeah.
She different though. Melly Mel sitting right here, she support me, and I respect that. You know what I mean? She no complaint.
God align that right there.
Yeah, so shout out to my woman right here.
Shout out to her, yeah, because it takes a strong-minded person. Like I had a 12-year relationship that came to an end because he hated me doing this and that I had to be around men. I'm like, bro, it's work.
Right.
But if you that insecure, bye.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely shout out to her.
Yeah.
You've mentioned facing a lot of obstacles and life changes throughout your journey. What are some of the biggest challenges that you had to overcome, you know, in order to keep moving forward in your career?
Some of the biggest, life
challenges that's been thrown your way, whether it be personal, business, whatever you want to disclose.
I'm gonna keep it all the way blunt and keep it all the way real with you. I've been through a lot in life, you know, family problems, you know, I've lost family members, friends. I just got out the penitentiary. You know, I had a drug problem at one point that behind depression that I let take me down to the point where I lost everything, but I bounced back. I grew up out of that. But those were some of the obstacles and hurdles that I was facing. You know, when you had your grandmother die, a set of cousins that's brothers, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff takes effect on you.
Yeah.
Uncles, cousins, and, you know, being in the penitentiary and, like I said, you know, fall into addiction with drug abuse, you know, losing everything. And there was one point where I really had to be out there, you know?
Yeah.
But I bounced back from that. And I'm a different changed person today, and God bless me. You know what I'm saying? Even though still I have to live with some of those things, it helped me grow. It helped me mature. It helped me become a stronger, wiser adult, you know? So I don't hate that I went through any of those things.
Of course not. That's all a part of your journey.
Exactly.
It made you who you are today.
Exactly.
We can never be ashamed of what we've done, where we've been, what we've been through, because that was what was written for us. Having to sit down, you was incarcerated for how long?
I just came home October 29th of last year. Excuse me. I did a year and some change in the pen, in prison.
Got you. What is the biggest takeaway you took from that time? In a positive light. Let's put some positive light on it.
Man, honestly, that happened. That right there, it shouldn't have happened. But then by the time I got out, I said it happened for a reason.
Yeah.
I got my mind together. I got back focused. I wrote so much, you know, and came home and started delivering those rhymes, and it made me better.
Yeah.
You know, I got a chance to clear my mind and everything. It's not a place where you want to go clear your mind.
Of course.
But it definitely helped change me as a person. I got myself together. I got my facts right, my thoughts right, my mind right. And I was able to write a bunch of music in there. So that's the positive thing that I got from that.
And that's what I feel like in life. We have to, no matter what we go through, we have to find a positive, because what we focus on in life is what's going to develop. So if you focus on the negative, you're going to be surrounded with negativity. Focusing on the positive, you also said that you went through a bout of drug addiction. Yeah. What brought you up out of that?
What brought me out of it?
Yeah, like what made you decide I can't do this no more. I'm killing myself here.
I had to make a decision on myself, and then getting locked up helped with that too.
Yeah, see?
Getting locked up helped with that too. I had to go in there and rehabilitate. So
I feel like, again, like you said, that's not necessarily the place you want to do it in. However,
right.
Maybe God said you've had enough. We got to sit you down for a minute.
Absolutely.
Get you back on track.
Absolutely.
How do you feel 100%. Now? Like physically, mentally, how do you feel?
I feel great now. I feel like I was stronger. You know, I feel stronger than before. So I feel like I'm at the point right now that, you know, I'm at my best peak.
That's an amazing feeling. You're in probably one of the best seasons of your life right now, right?
I would say so.
Yeah. You got a beautiful lady.
Thank God.
You have kids.
Yes, I do.
How do you mind disclosing how many kids you have?
I have 3.
You have 3 kids. How has that fatherhood, how has that kept you focused and changed your life? That part right there is a touchy part. You know what I'm saying? Because with one of my baby mamas, and she has my 2 youngest, I don't really necessarily, well, I have went through stuff with her, but my position that I'm in right now, where we're not with each other in the same home in different cities, is kind of hard. It's difficult. I get it.
It's kind of hard because I can't be there 100%.
Understood.
Like, she wants me there 100%, but how can I be there 100% if they're not underneath the same roof as me every single 7 days out of the week?
Understood.
So I just got to do the best that I can. You know what I mean? I I don't point the fingers at nobody, blame nobody.
Sure.
I don't blame baby mamas. I don't talk shit about them. None, excuse my language.
No, you good.
Yeah, I don't talk about them or nothing. It's just I look at the picture from a different perspective than how they see things. You know.
Absolutely, but I feel like you can absolutely still be a phenomenal father and not be in their presence every single day. Y'all can FaceTime. Y'all can get on the phone.
And then sometimes you might even have a problem with that because you don't know what's going on in her household and who she's with. You know what I'm saying? So I deal with stuff like that too. I'm not gonna get too deep into
Understood.
that. But sometimes that affects me too. You know, because I mean you live in a different lifestyle with somebody else. I'm living a different lifestyle with somebody else. Sometimes everything don't mesh and gel in together. But I'm a great father. When I see my kids, I do the best that I can for them.
No, absolutely.
Send them whatever they need. You know what I mean? They don't go without. You can pick up the phone and call my kids right now. That's my daddy. You know what I mean? He gonna do whatever he needs to do for me.
Are they fans of your music?
Oh yeah, my kids love my music. my kid, yeah, they always dance. They just sit there, listen, and bob their head. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm happy that they do. Everybody don't love my music, but I'm glad my kids do. I wish everybody did though.
So, do you make, we'll say, kid-friendly music? Do you like whether no profanity or you're cleaning up certain songs where kids can listen to it?
Yeah, most of my songs don't have too much cussing in it. When I was young, when my mom heard me rap, she said, son, just try not putting cuss words in your music.
Makes you more marketable.
Exactly. And from that point, I think maybe I can count on my hand. I probably put 5 cuss words in songs over the years, like maybe 5, and I'm talking about on different tracks. So I try to eliminate the cussing process.
Listen, I couldn't agree more because it absolutely makes you more marketable. Not saying you can't put profanity out there every now and again, but out the gate, you have more opportunities when you have clean music. You know, maybe performing at a festival where there's kids in attendance, or maybe you might get sync placements, and they don't want any profanity in your music. You don't have to go back and get ready. You're already ready.
Absolutely.
Music's clean, ready to go.
Yeah, I'm glad you recognize that. And that's a good point that you brought up too, because just like what you said, more marketable.
Absolutely. And something I always throw out there too, that so many artists miss, is they miss this. And I be telling them, if you do release a song that has profanity, make sure when your engineer is mixing and mastering it, go ahead and knock out that clean version,
right.
But then take it a step further, upload the clean and the dirty to the digital platform. So many artists only upload the dirty version. I'm like, no, because there's a whole audience out here who don't stream profanity, or maybe they got a playlist playing in their office or whatever. So a lot of artists miss that. So I always like to throw it out there every single time.
Absolutely. No, I get it 100%. I feel like you're fully correct on that.
Absolutely. So West Coast music, I feel like it's always been influential. I mean, I'm an OG going back to, I had NWA on cassette tape. Like, that's how OG-ish I am. Who do you feel like's carrying the torch on the West Coast right now?
There's so many artists out there, but you know I'm gonna name off the legends. You know, I respect everybody that's coming up right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't knock them at all, but I'm going with the usuals, the legends. I'm going with Game. I'm going with Nip. I'm going with Snoop. I'm going with Dre. I'm going with even YG out there is dope. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of hitters on the West Coast. You know what I mean? And then there's other stuff that I won't get into with West Coast artists just due to politics. But for the most part, you know, some of the guys that I named off, those are some of the influential rappers, you know, from the West Coast. So
what about you? You got to throw you in the mix too.
Yeah, I throw J-KAL California aka Snoopy-G in there too, for sure.
Don't get it twisted now.
On everything I love, I got slept on, but you know, I feel like that there's more light coming now. There's more light coming now.
Understood.
As an artist, you're gonna go through that process where you get slept on or doors aren't opening up for you, but you gotta make your way across the bridge and make a way for yourself, make a path. So right now I'm cool. I just want to grow some more. So
if we could fast forward in a perfect world, we'll say 3 to 5 years from now, where will you want to be in your career?
definitely want to have that mainstream artist deal, you know, and put out maybe three to four more albums.
Yeah.
You know, and if I can wrap up my career like that with a major and knock out like 3 or 4 more albums, I'll be happy with that. I done my part.
And what would you want people to say about not only you, but FMR Records years from now? You know, we'll say when it's all said and done, what legacy are you leaving? What do you want people to say about you? Like how we talked about Pac earlier. How do you want people to speak on your name and your label name?
The music that come from FMR Records is not like anything else that we heard. The artists that J-KAL California AKA Snoopy-G is, and whoever else I work with FMR, all the music that I make over there is not like anything else in the world. So, you know, that's the trend that I want to set.
I love it. What does your creative process look like? Are you punching in? You writing? A little bit of both?
I'm writing. As far as in punching in, what do you mean exactly?
Punching in is when you in the studio and you kind of like coming up with your lyrics on the spot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I used to do that. I used to do that a lot. Like I used to like freestyling more than I did writing. Okay. You know, I even had a couple freestyle mixtapes back in the days. I was like, man, forget writing. I'm with this freestyle. You know what I'm saying? Just kick the beat. You know what I mean? And put me in the booth and let's get it. And then I grew out of that. Yeah. I started writing. I said, hold on, man. There's a bigger target with my lyrics when I write. And from that point on, I didn't even want to freestyle no more. I didn't even like, once I knew how great I was at writing, I didn't even want to freestyle no more. I didn't even like being in freestyle sessions no more. I'm like, man, I just want to sit here and think and come up with something that nobody even thought of before. So I grew out the freestyling.
Have you physically sat down and put pen to paper, or do you type it on your phone? Like, have you experienced writing your music?
Yeah, I do both. I write on my phone just a little bit. Yeah. But even to this day, I still prefer to do it on paper. I walk into the studio with papers and people still writing on papers. I'm like, yeah, I'm cool with the phone stuff. But I do it sometimes when like, I'll write on my phone when I don't have paper around. Yeah. You know?
I think there's something so special about that.
If I'm out or, you know, just doing me somewhere where I'm not in a writing environment and something comes to my head, or even sometimes in the house, I'll just pick up the phone and I'm like, okay, I'll punch this in there real quick and I'll get it down on paper later or something like that. Yeah. So
voice memo so you can reference the sound too. Like if you have something in your head, you do voice memo so you don't forget the cadence or however you want to put it on record. You do that as well.
Yeah. Sometimes you just want to jot down notes.
Yeah. I think there's something so nostalgic about just writing, like having pen to pad. You know what I'm saying? Like, because really and truly, you're able to pour all your emotions out onto that piece of paper.
Absolutely.
It's so important. Absolutely. You know, we all have to have an outlet.
It's very important.
Are you getting a lot of support back home right now with your music? I know you said you're in Reno now, right?
Yeah, in Reno, it's a little bit of support. You know, I just did I performed twice in Reno. So, and once was just recently, and then I got a small fan base up there in Reno right now, but everywhere else is spread out.
Got you. Most definitely. Let's talk about the single that we're going to tap in today, and it's also in rotation with us. It's called Outside Inside. For those who haven't heard it, they're going to hear it in just a minute, but tell us the concept behind the record.
Man, honestly, I produced the beat on there. And then when I listened to it maybe about countless times, over a couple hundred times. Yeah. And then for some reason, the outside inside just came to my mind. For some reason, some said make it outside inside. And if you hear the song, I'm talking about candy paint red on the car and the inside cinnamon. You know, like peanut butter cinnamon. Have you ever seen a whip like that before?
My last car had peanut butter guts.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about.
And now I got red, and in my car I name it Nip because it's blue with the red guts.
Okay, so now, okay, look, you know exactly what I mean then. Okay, so that concept came to my mind. Right. And then I added a little bit more onto the chorus. So the whole song is just not talking about apple paint with cinnamon or peanut butter insides. I kind of took the outside inside part for the hook, and then I added another twist to the hook, and then I put mainly, you know, like where I'm from, that street type hype into it.
It's a great record.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Bless you for that.
Of course. No, bless you for making great music.
Man, you wonderful, man.
Listen, let me tell you something.
You wonderful.
You may or may not be surprised some of the songs that people try to submit to me for rotation. Mm-hmm. And I really, really make my best effort not to be insulting, because that's never my intention, is to insult anybody. But I'll be very honest and candid with them and tell them this is not it. Maybe there's no mix on it. And right. Some of them get mad at me. I've been cussed out, telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, yeah, that song has zero mix on it. It's completely rough. You sound like you recorded it off your cell phone in your bathroom with the fan on, you know, like it's terrible. You are putting out quality music.
Thank you. Thank you. That's a blessing to hear.
Yeah.
God bless her for saying that, please.
Absolutely. So is there anything else right now, you know, within this industry or other business ventures that you're working on that we need to know about before we check out the record?
Business ventures?
Yeah. Like, are you an entrepreneur of any sort, starting other businesses or looking to start other businesses?
I'm thinking about it. I'm going over some options with some business people that I know from the sports field that I used to work with, okay. But I haven't came to a full decision yet. So I might do, as a matter of fact, I'll talk with my girl about it too. We might do some things that's outside of music, but it'll still be beneficial and kind of contribute back to that area. You get what I'm saying?
Completely understand.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when you tap into other arenas per se,
more doors open up.
Exactly. I feel like as an artist, you need to be involved in other things too. Like some people, you know, like you said, sports. Some people it's video gaming. Some people they would ride motorcycles and they got their whole motorcycle gang going on. That opens you up to an audience that may have never discovered your music before. So that's beautiful that you guys could work on building something together too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That is amazing. For anybody who wants to follow your journey, where can they follow you at? Tell them your Instagram, TikTok, wherever you're active.
My IG is J-KAL California, straight through, all lowercase. That's J-KAL KALIFORNIA. So I mainly run off of that social media platform. I got a TikTok. I don't really mess around on there too much. I just fully engage. I got a TikTok, a Twitter. What else? They got Facebook, so many platforms. But I just stay tuned in to Instagram.
Me too. I'm gonna be honest. Me too. I'm rarely on the other ones.
You know, I might start doing some live videos though for TikTok. They got the live thing on there, right? Yeah, I don't play around on there too much. When I get on there, I just look and just back up off it. I'm going back to Instagram.
I'm the same way.
I like Instagram.
I'm the same way. Don't feel any, because I was just talking to my guys over here. They're like, man, you need to be on TikTok. I said, TikTok is very niche related. It's very niche, meaning like if you're not a mukbanger where you eating on camera, you're not a dancer. I don't do none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like TikTok is very niche related, where Instagram is more supportive of artist type of content.
Right.
Of what we do in the industry. Most definitely. Who do you want to give thanks to for loving you and supporting you through your journey?
My mom, my children, my girl right here, everybody around me that actually took the time to tell me to stay motivated and keep pushing. As a matter of fact, the whole prison that I just left, everybody in it, you know, hey, shout out to High Desert, because the whole campus was like, man, let that boy go home and get on something. Like, get him out of here. He just needs to go home. Like, literally, the whole prison. I'm talking about even COs. So, actually, I think that was one of my breaks, you know, from even actually making it up out of there. It was like, man, that dude could rap. Get him. We ain't heard nothing like him in 10 years. Let him home. Like, for real, that's what literally the whole campus was like that at the prison yard, you know. But besides that, my family, my kids, my mom, my grandmother that's passed away, my girl that supported me, anybody in the community, even out there in Reno. Shout out to Reno too, you know. Everywhere that I've been, whoever supported me in the community, in the neighborhood, bless y'all. Thank y'all for that.
All glory to God.
Amen.
Amen. Well, thank you for both of you for being here today.
No, I think
you both have beautiful energy.
And you're welcome. Thank you.
100%. You're welcome. Let's get into this record, though. It's that time.
Thank you.
Go ahead and introduce it for us. We'll check it out.
Man, J-KAL California AKA Snoopy-G, I'm in the building. This is my new single right here. Check this out. Outside, Inside. She got it for you.
Y'all stay tuned.
Come and see what all the hype is about. Tune in to The Hype 87.3.
My outside, my inside. I said my outside, apple paint, inside cinnamon. I said my outside, apple paint, inside cinnamon.